Before the video starts, if you guys are looking for the cheapest, best, and quickest delivery 4004 modded accounts, personal mods and credits with the best customer support, then make sure to check out MitchCactus.com. Link will be in the description below. Morning guys, MitchCactus here, coming back with another 4004 video, and today's video is going to be showcasing the best current money glitch in 4004, basically the best money glitch as of right now in September. Now, if you guys are new to my channel, then you might not be aware, but typically I try to do a money glitch related video around every single month, like an actual proper money glitch tutorial and in-depth review. And every single month I'll do the current best existing money glitch. Now, last month this money glitch video I made was pretty similar, but I figured I'd just go ahead and cover it again just to ensure that I didn't miss out on anything, and just to essentially guys fill you in on any patches or changes that may have happened in the last month that could affect the actual way you can do this glitch. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there aren't too many that I'm aware of, but I have actually come to a conclusion of something recently that may be able to help you guys do this glitch going forward. Of course, like I said, if you're new to my channel, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. I'm going to be posting money glitch videos like this quite often, or at least once every month, and I also do credit giveaways typically once every week, so I'd recommend staying tuned for those. Of course guys, if you're wondering how I'm on this account, that has almost 1 billion credits, level 560 prestige 8, 250 super wheel spins, 2,500 normal wheel spins, not to mention 2 million skill points and 2 million Forza points, and 3 of every single rare car, including all the Series 13 cars. Make sure to go ahead and head over to MitchCactus.com, because this is actually a modded account that I'm selling for just $25 guys. Series 13, the newest and best current save, with very good fast delivery and great customer support guys, so make sure you go ahead and check that out. But now on to how this glitch works. So of course this is related to the MCYT sprint event, and now if you're watching this video and you're about to click off because you're already aware of this glitch, I'd recommend sticking around guys, because there's a lot of things that are relatively new that I'd recommend you see, and I wouldn't want you to miss out, because it could actually allow you to make much more credits and increase your profit margins quite significantly. Now, one thing that I didn't talk about last time was specific cars to use. Now, I did briefly cover it, but this time I'm going to be going a little bit more in depth, and there's 2 cars that I'd recommend using. But it really is dependent on your motives that you actually want to get out from doing the glitch. Now, I see a lot of people when they do this glitch, they choose the quickest car in the game, like the Ferrari 599X Evo. And those people are just trying to get the laps done, and I honestly have nothing against that. But one thing that you guys have to take into consideration is the fact that the main part of this glitch that allows you to get the high amount of credits isn't the amount of credits that you get from completing the race. So using a Forza car with a money race or money race event boost, or just trying to do it as quickly as possible so you can get the credits quicker or do more laps in an hour, isn't really going to get you the credits. What gets you the credits is a high amount of skill points. So using a car that will get you more skill points based off of the chains or speed skills you're doing will be more effective, which is why I'm currently in the Maserati MC12 Forza edition. And I see a bunch of people asking me how I'm getting so many skill points in relation to them. Well guys, make sure you actually complete your car mastery perks, because that's really going to be significant and be able to give you a ton more skill points than typical. So I'm in my Maserati MC12, and I figured I'd get a new one and show you guys fresh off the bat what to do in terms of your car mastery. First off, you need to get this tile so you can go ahead and improve or go from there. Now, E-drifts and drifts aren't too important, but you might need to get them to go into further ones. Wreckage, shield scores might get you a little bit if you want to destroy the barriers in the middle. Skill chain ending 1 second later than normal. This is helpful if you're trying to get a highest chain, although this is one of the most important. Skill multiplier builds 3 times as quick, extremely important guys, make sure you get that one. Alongside with this one isn't so important, the 200% influence, I'm going to get it because I have a lot of skill points, but if you don't, I'll prioritize other ones opposed to that. 30% more skill score from combo skills, really important, make sure to get that. This one is not so important though, 10,000 skills influence doesn't really get you much. Skills multiply going to 7, really important, make sure you have that. Another one like this is the ultimate skill chain scores, really important, that'll get you a lot of extra skill points. The top one, not so important, 20% more skill points with air skills, not so important, but it's only 3 skill points you may as well. Near miss skill scores will get you a reasonable amount, and then the other ones, not so much. But of course, if you want to do this, I'd recommend doing it just in case you make a mistake and miss out on some skill points, and you start doing that relatively often. Now, of course, the MCYT sprint is a race event that's very, very simple and easy to unlock, and basically what you're going to want to do is head over to it and choose a blueprint that's already existing. So guys, once you're here, you actually want to go ahead and go to custom blueprints, and I recommend choosing one from either best of the month or all-time greats. You can choose one from trending today, but I don't necessarily suggest that, as there might be ones that aren't really that good. Best of the month will have the best blueprints that are the most recently updated and are still relevant, opposed to all-time greats, which might have some that aren't good anymore but used to be good and are therefore still boosted in terms of their popularity. I recommend choosing any type of blueprint that is relatively popular and has a decent amount of likes and uses, but anyone with that is credit related in the title with a decent amount of likes is definitely going to be good. Now, of course, guys, the Maserati MC12 that I was using in the intro is different to the one that I'm actually using in this video. The one in this video is a bit slower and has a worse tune. In this, the one in the video, I made a mistake and I actually used a Maserati MC12 that had a good turning or handling tune opposed to top speed. Prioritizing your top speed tune is very important in this glitch. Now, in terms of your difficulty bonus, I'd recommend putting all the skills to the max if you want to get that little amount of extra credits from completing the race, because 10 laps will get you around 500,000 credits, so if you want to get a little bit more on that, make sure you turn off all the essentials. Rewind is not very necessary on this race considering it's all in a straight line. There's not many opportunities where you could really miss a turn and have where rewind would be necessary. Now, of course, when you start, you'll notice a part that makes this race turn from a normal method to a glitch, and that's the fact that the AI will get stuck in many parts of the map and will fail to be efficient with the way they're doing the race, and will therefore be eliminated as competition, which makes this a checkpoint glitch. What you'll notice when you're doing this race is there's only around 2 to 3 checkpoints in the entire race, and the actual person who made this race, when he was selecting out the driving line, was going left and right, side to side, which actually means the AI will follow this and will fail to actually be efficient in the race, and it'll be way further back from you than any other person, which essentially means that one person race and first place is essentially free. Now, when you look at the map right now, you can see there's actually turfs to the right. The AI will follow this path and will be extremely inefficient and slow. One thing you'll notice when you're doing this race and when you're using your car with a good speed skills boost is the high amount of skill points that you're going to be getting with your quickly increasing skill chain. Like I said, the Maserati MC12 position I used was pretty slow. It was more of a handling tune. The top speed is hardly even 350 km per hour, when it has the potential to be able to hit around 430 if I gotten a better tune. So make sure you go ahead and get a good tune for top speed when you're doing this, because that's what's going to be most important. So realistically, the time that I get in this race is going to directly reflect what time you guys could get. It could definitely be around 30 seconds quicker than my time. As you can see, I've already gotten around 5 or to 8 skill points worth of skill chains in around half, not even half of the race, guys, or around half right now. This is when you want to turn around, and feel free to bank the skill chain at this point, because bank it once or twice per race, per type throughout the race, because you don't want to get it too high, otherwise you'll actually be inefficient. And what I mean by that is, after you get 70,000, a skill chain of 70,000, that's when you cap out at 10 skill points for the chain. And after that, when you go higher, you're going to stop getting more skill points, so it's not worth it. So basically, the maximum amount of skill points you get in one chain is 10, and you get 10 when you hit around 70,000. So if you get 100,000, you're only going to get the same amount of skill points as you would have gone when you hit 70,000. So I just had to simplify that for you guys who are new to the game or didn't understand that theory. So that's essentially the reasoning why I recommend banking it relatively often. And of course, if you bank relatively often, it reduces the chance that you might lose it. Now, if you'll be able to get a decent amount of skill points and skill chains throughout the course of this race, you'll notice you can get anywhere to around 10 to 20 skill points per lap. Personally, when I've actually been doing a 10 lap this, you get used to doing it and you get more skill points per lap as you get better, and I can average around 20 skill points per lap. Of course, that means if you do around 25 laps an hour on average, that means you could easily get around 500 to 600 skill points, which equates to millions of credits, and not to mention the credits you also get from just normally completing the race. As you can see, I'm coming towards the end of the race here, only no checkpoints left, it's simply the finish line. And of course, if you want to get an extra air skill chain, I'd recommend going over the middle, but there is a bit of a risk when you go over that middle park area, because you can hit a tree on the other side. And I actually did hit a tree on the other side, guys, but I'd already banked my skill chain, so it didn't really make much of a difference. So I don't really characterize that. As you can see, my lap time is going to be around 3 minutes and 5 seconds roughly. Obviously, if I'd gotten a better speed tune, I would have gotten around 2.5 minutes, so it really didn't reflect exactly it perfectly. But basically, guys, now we're talking about how to convert these skill points into credits. Guys, I'd recommend heading over to the auto show and going to Porsche. Once you're in Porsche, I'd suggest going to 911 Turbo 3.3. This car costs 150,000 credits, and you can use a 300,000 skill perk, spiel perk from this. And although this method is very old, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows about it at this point, it's old but gold, guys. It's been around for a long time, but it's still the best and most consistent method to be able to convert skill points to credits, as you can buy this car from the auto show at any stage. Now, I simply need to go to upgrades and tuning, car mastery, and upgrade the left portion. All the way you can see that credit icon in the top left. If you want, you can spend 1 extra skill point for that wheel spin. I suggest doing that to even out to 20 per Porsche, and because you can test your luck, maybe get some rare cars or more credits. But guys, that's going to be about it. Now that you've seen how to do this method very well and how to convert them to credits, that's going to be about it for the video. If you want to stay up to date with all the best Forza Horizon 4 glitch content and general content in general, alongside with consistent giveaways, make sure to subscribe with notifications on. When the new update 14 cars come, I'm definitely be making unlock tutorials for those, and there should be a video that I'm going to be making next week that actually might have potential leaks as to what those cars are, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Like the video and comment any suggestions or feedback. Thanks for watching.